This is Mekus with the Continence Club. I am back with another amazing presentation. If you're new to the channel, hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell. In this video, I'm going to be talking about how the world works, how the universe works. And I'll be honest with you, I don't really like saying, universe and, manifestation and all these terms. But that's the best way for me to articulate my presentations to you with the common terminologies that we use. So with that being said, it is what it is, and it's time to demonstrate. So one thing I want you to understand is to look around. Look at yourself. Notice how those who grew up in a certain set of circumstances usually spend their lives in a similar or literally the same circumstances, whether it's romantic, financial, professional. Like really look around, in your family, in your city. Have you noticed that kind of once everyone is done with high school or college, they kind of carry their same mindsets for the rest of their lives. Like they seem to just be the same people, no change, and haven't you ever thought of why this may be? And then whenever it comes time for you to change, you realize nobody else wants to change with you. I'm sure you relate to what I'm talking about. You find like you're the only person around you that really wants to change your identity, shift it. So here's the reason why. And it's two reasons why people seem to spend their lives or literally live the same way without really blinking twice for the rest of their lives. It's because the universe does two things. And when you do this, when you understand this and you use it to your advantage, you can really shift your identity the way that you want, bridge that gap over to your desired situation. I know I have these two things switched up, but you know what I mean. And so the first thing that the universe does is magnify. So I'm talking about it in my videos, and what I've been mentioning to you is that whatever frequency you put out comes right back through people, opportunities, and events. It's because people are a reflection of you. You experience the world, pushed out. Your internal state is pushed out, and reality reacts to you. You don't react to reality, and your frequency is being compounded over and over 24/7 over time. And this is what the universe magnifies. So frequency is your biggest addiction. It's not cheeseburgers, right? It's not the drinking. It's not sugar. It's not, it's not video games. It's not anything. Frequency is your biggest addiction when it's all said and done, because frequency is who you are, and that's what you're addicted to. That's why you're in your current situation. It's because that's who you are. That's all you know, right? And so everything is magnified, whether positive or negative. Chances are in your current situation, you're feeling worry, shame, guilt, anger, fear, and that's what's being magnified, right? But in your desired situation, you're really going to be emitting happiness, gratitude, right? So now do you understand why do you think you still remain stuck in your current situation? You're starting to really realize that your emotional states, your mental attitude, that compounds consistently over time, solidifying into the person that you currently are. And so another thing I want you to keep in mind is you understand how the universe operates, is that the universe maintains. So balancement is key here. Everything your frequency projects will naturally be maintained. So your internal state will naturally be maintained. So anger, fear, worry, right? The negative aspects that are being maintained, as well as the positive aspects that are being maintained. Love, and gratitude are all taken into account. So now you understand why it's been tough to leave your current situation, because the universe is just giving you who you are, like it always does to everybody else. And so it's constantly being magnified and maintained. It's constantly magnifying and maintaining you, your frequency. But the thing is, here's the thing. This is what separates you from other people. You have the privilege to change this now that you're more aware. Do you understand that a lot of people around you in your city, wherever it is, your workplace, school, they don't understand this information. They don't understand that they can change their circumstances. They don't have to live the same way, think the same way, do the same things for the rest of their lives, right? They don't understand this, but you do. And this is why you've been called and set apart from everybody else. You see? So understand, as you bridge the gap, from your current over to your desired situation, whenever you're shifting your identity, here are 4 things that I need you to understand in regards to how the universe operates. And this is directly correlated with your identity. And understand this, remember, I say this all the time, we chase characters, not goals, right? So keep this in mind as you chase character and not goals, as long as you chase identity and not goals. So understand this. The universe operates systematically. It functions best with predictability and minimal deviation. I just explained it. It functions with predictability. It wants to magnify and maintain what it's already used to, which is your frequency, right? And it really doesn't want to deviate from that. You see, and another thing I want you to keep in mind is that the universe is highly efficient. It compounds what is most convenient and requires the least effort. In this case, like I had mentioned, it's going to compound your frequency. It's going to magnify your frequency, right? Over a course of forever until you decide to really change your frequency. That's really how it works. The world keeps going, it doesn't stop. So it's going to keep compounding what you give it. And remember, like I said, reality reacts to you. You don't react to reality. So reality is going to continue. The universe is going to continue to compound, what is being projected from inside of you. See how powerful you are? When you really grasp this information, you become aware. So another thing I want you to understand about how the universe operates is that it follows the least path of resistance by default, and it always seeks to maintain the current frequency with minimal change, right? And then the last is that balancement is everything. Once something is a certain frequency, the universe naturally works to preserve that level. It naturally works to maintain that level. So now that you understand the way that the universe works a lot more, a lot better, I need you to remind yourself constantly that the world reacts to you. I sound like a broken record, but repeat after me. The world reacts to you. The world reacts to you. The world reacts to you. But your whole life, you've been reacting to the world, right? But now it's time for you to make that switch. So it's not your fault that you've been brought up to react to the world. That's just the collective consciousness. That's how we've been programmed growing up. That's what we've been taught. But like I said, the privilege that you have today is that you can change this. Seek and, the answer shall be given to you. Knock and the door shall be open. You're knocking, right? Now the door is being opened up to you. And the door is the door of reality, which just is. You're really just experiencing yourself in some capacity. You cannot see anything in reality that's not of you. Let me say that again. You can't see anything in your reality that is not of you. So what am I trying to say is that everything in your reality is interconnected with who you are internally in some sort of capacity. It really does go that deep, so, you're pretty much one with the universe. You are one. You are a microcosm of the macrocosm. You are created in the image of God. So now you realize that achieving your desired situation identity is actually easy. It's really not that hard. It's simple yet complex. I know, easier said than done, but you might as well adopt this mindset and leverage it. Decide that switching realities is easy and that it will be. And guess what? It will be. The universe is going to react to you because you feel like it's easy. So it's going to make it easy for you, a lot easier over the course of time. It might not happen overnight, but it will happen. The version of you who has already shifted their identity understands that shifting identity is hard only if you think it. This version of you understands the longer you spend in a certain frame of mind frequency, the more it compounds. Like I talked about, the universe magnifies and maintains your frequency. So understand that you can't break a cycle. You can switch it though, because energy can't be created or destroyed. So you can switch your frequency. You can switch your identity, right? So from here on out, just be more aware. You're more aware now, especially after listening and understanding this information. So now if you want reality to change, you change the person in the mirror first. How do you think? How do you feel? How do you walk? Because guess what? The universe, God, is going to react to that and give you more of that. So transformation is key here. Change the way you feel daily. Feeling is the secret. Create your base mood. Focus your attention on what you want to switch the cycle you hate. Live as it already exists. Live from the end. Live in the wish fulfilled, the law of assumption. Now you understand that it had never had anything to do with your current situation. It never had anything to do with what you're dealing with now. You know, it's everything to do with you when it's all said and done. So you are your own sovereign creator. You are the creator of your reality. You are the one who is navigating your destiny, nobody else. And so once you take control of the ship, take control of the wheel, that's when you are really going to see these breakthroughs and the world is going to open up to you. This is Mekus with the Continence Club. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I will see you on the other side. And until next time, keep going.